Predator, fraudster, and cheat, known for inciting violent mobs. She's lived the American dream while he's been America's nightmare. So let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. You gonna learn a few lessons from us. And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out.
Jasmine Crockett just went on live TV and completely called out Donald and Melania Trump, and she did not hold back. In a sharp and fearless takedown, she exposed them like never before, leaving them stunned and out of words. You won't believe what she said. If you're ready for some bold truth and no-nonsense comebacks, this is one moment you don't want to miss.
I want you to know that the crisis is here.
That's right.
I want you to know that the power belongs to the people, though, y'all.
That's right.
Do not feel powerless. In this moment, as the vice president said as she conceded the election, she said, dark times may be ahead of us, but she said it's only in the darkness that we can see the stars. I am telling you right now that the stars are right here. It is time for us to shine. It is time for us to be heard. It is time for us to make sure that they know we will not.
She called him out with brutal honesty, leaving no room for excuses or spin. If you thought you'd seen her at her sharpest before, think again. This was next level. Jasmine didn't just criticize Trump. She dismantled him, piece by piece, with facts and fearless comebacks. It was a moment that had everyone watching, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Very simple. We right now have a white supremacist that is sitting in the White House. He is backed up by other white supremacists. And if you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists. Yet for whatever reason, they sit and they serve at the pleasure of the president. They are the ones that were there on January 6th, tearing our democracy down physically. And now we have them tearing us down.
If you're liking this, don't forget to subscribe. It all kicked off when Donald Trump, America's most exhausting grandpa, went on TV yet again to play the victim. As usual, he was complaining about how unfair everything is, how he's the real target, and how the whole world is out to get him. Sound familiar? That's because he's been stuck on this same rant since losing the election. At this point, he's like a broken record from a conspiracy theorist's garage sale, scratched, out of tune, and only useful as background noise.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up, because I'm ready to get on with it.
Jasmine Crockett was not here to play. The Texas congresswoman, who has perfected the art of the clapback, stepped in and delivered a takedown so brutal even Trump's lawyers might have needed a minute to process it. She didn't just call him out. She laid it all out, like an audiobook, a documentary, and a live-action adaptation rolled into one. It was a full-scale reality check, and Trump never saw it coming.
We've got to go through this for a total of 4 years. I think that today will probably mean more to my district than my last swearing in, because we are definitely living in scarier times. And so I am so elated and grateful, number one, to have another opportunity to serve, but more importantly, to be able to share in my swearing in for a second term with the people that send me to DC. And again, the only people that can fire me, regardless of how many other people around the country want me to be fired. I want my district to always know that they will always be my priority, and they are always my focus.
First, Jasmine called out the obvious. Donald Trump has been playing the victim longer than most reality shows stay on the air. She rolled her eyes so hard they nearly left the dimension as she mocked his endless whining about how unfair everything is. Sir, you are asterisk the system, she fired back, and her expression, pure gold. You know that look your aunt gives you when you say something so ridiculous she has to pause and reconsider your entire existence. That's exactly the vibe she brought. Then she hit him with the hard truth. Trump has had more so-called witch hunts than actual witches. He's not being persecuted. He's just finally facing the consequences of his own actions. Something he's clearly not used to.
Thought that it was okay to just tell the truth. Instead, we're pushing conspiracy theories, and some of them are killing people. It's the same thing that we have coming out of Doge. It's the reason that people are dying. It's the reason that farmers are losing their farms, because we continue to peddle conspiracy theories. It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter. Y'all, this is literally potentially putting us into an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who.
Oh, but she wasn't finished. Jasmine went straight for Trump's legal troubles, calling him the only man who treats indictments like Pokemon cards. Asterisk, gotta catch 'em all. Asterisk, the crowd chuckled, and she didn't let up. Asterisk, at this rate, he's gonna need a punch card. Buy 9 felonies, get the 10th one free. Asterisk. And just like that, the internet exploded. Twitter, or asterisk x asterisk, if you let Elon ruin your vocabulary, was flooded with memes. People were slapping Trump's classic pout onto baby bottles and pacifiers. One user wrote, asterisk Jasmine Crockett just sent Trump to the shadow realm asterisk, while another simply posted a Judge Judy gif with asterisk cry and more. Asterisk. Meanwhile, Trump did exactly what everyone expected. He ran to his social media platform for one of his signature all-caps meltdowns. At the end of the day, Jasmine Crockett did what needed to be done. She gathered Trump up like leftovers and served him cold. And honestly, we love to see it.
Unfortunately, all of MAGA are beholden to their little leader, and they will do anything to get his stamp of approval.
Live on national TV, Jasmine Crockett tore through every lie, excuse, and ridiculous claim Trump has ever made. She didn't just call him out. She completely dismantled him, piece by piece, and served up a brutal dose of reality. If this is a witch hunt, she quipped, then Trump's been caught flying around on his broomstick, cackling, and tossing subpoenas like magic spells gone wrong. And she wasn't wrong. The man has racked up more indictments than he has competent legal strategy. Forget decent lawyers. Yet, he still waddles onto every stage like a cartoon villain, whining about being the victim. Jasmine wasn't having it. She basically laughed in his face, metaphorically of course, before dropping the ultimate truth bomb. Asterisk, if Trump doesn't want to be on trial all the time, maybe, just maybe, he should stop committing crimes. Asterisk, a groundbreaking concept, right?
We've got to do better at education. People don't understand, but you will understand when those hospitals in rural America start closing down even more. You will understand when you don't have your Social Security. You will understand when your Medicaid, your Medicare goes away. You will understand as planes continue to fall out of the sky. Soon you will understand why it's important to maybe have somebody that isn't loud and ridiculous, and maybe Sleepy Joe is what we wanted because we could.
Then she set her sights on Trump's so-called asterisk perfect asterisk phone calls. Oh yes, the ones so flawless they should be displayed in the Smithsonian, right next to a napkin with Nixon's signature. Jasmine pointed out the obvious. Every time Trump gets caught in a shady, possibly illegal conversation, he insists it was asterisk perfect. Asterisk, at this point, you have to wonder if his definition of asterisk perfect asterisk is just asterisk a felony that got recorded asterisk. She nearly rolled her eyes into another dimension, pointing out that normal people don't have to constantly explain why their phone calls asterisk aren't asterisk crimes. Imagine calling your grandma, then immediately holding a press conference to announce, asterisk, that was a perfect call. The best call. No collusion. No quid pro quo. Asterisk. It's ridiculous. And then, oh boy, she went in on the classified documents scandal. Jasmine dragged Trump so hard, Mar-a-Lago's walls probably shook. She compared him to a toddler caught red-handed after drawing all over the walls, standing there like, asterisk what, crayon? I don't even know what crayons are. Asterisk. Trump was out here stuffing top-secret documents into his golf bags like they were extra ketchup packets from McDonald's. And yet, he acts confused every time the feds come knocking, like a guy shocked that his overdue bills didn't magically disappear. Jasmine laid it out plain and simple. If you don't want the FBI showing up, Asterisk, maybe don't turn your resort into the National Archives. Asterisk, that's
The question before us is, will a vindictive, vile villain violate voters' vision for a better America or not? I hear alliterations are back in style. We deserve better. We deserve a president who can be a bright light in a sea of darkness. One who will pull us forward, because we won't go